Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than you.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40,
and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, how about this? They'll change it at the line. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they'll wind up getting the yards they needed on 4th and 3. Jacobs going to try the middle.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing is Perkins.
He's got it.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Wilson. Drops this off with Nwangu. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 Lions.
To throw is Perkins. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll let this go for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Johnson, the man in motion right. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Now Perkins.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And now off to the races down the right side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 60.
And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings.
Anthony Schwartz
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Come 19! Come 19!
Looking to throw on second down. Perkins.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Kene Nwangu
there to make the grab.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The Raiders at 7-5 now of the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger, 79 Broncos. Go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Warriors 70.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Crack 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer. Check. Trap 60. Trap 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
19 Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdowns. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
That is caught. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be taken at the 10.
56 yards the punt that time. 12 on the return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Go!
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
The final shot before break. Perkins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Phillips now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 4-yard line. 118 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brian Asamoah making the play defensively, meeting him behind the line for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
That'll be complete to the running back, Luongo.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Wilson wants a different look.
To throw is Wilson on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Nwangwu.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
3rd and long, it's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
70 Rangers, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Perkins. And this one is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught, but he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has, and look.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Wilson. Going up top for Kupp. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cooper Kupp, 34 yards. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
79 Broncos. Mustang 19.
Throwing on 1st down. Perkins going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Ready, set.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Back to throw. Perkins. Now they go screen. It's complete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
The offense on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
70. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Operating from the gun, Perkins.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one caught by Kittle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Here we go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
60. Cup 19. Cup 19. Go.
Looking to throw. Perkins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
70 Rangers. 79 Broncos.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Let's go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
And now here's another Interception.
Picked off by Lewis.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Wilson going to change things up here. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Another run now for Nwangu.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Slot man moves right.
Motion left, Cup. And now they'll audible to something else. And they'll send Cup in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangu
with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Vikings are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And they're on 17-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Now they'll send Adams in motion left.
18, Pioneer! Trap 60, trap 60! Ready?
Throwing is Perkins.
He hits Adams complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Hurt! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Hey! Let's go! Panther 11! Panther 11! Let's go!
Back to throw. Perkins. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
19 tight. Dragon 60.
To throw is Perkins.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Ready?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice.
And my goodness, another interception. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked.
Give left side here for Nwangu.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Got it. Ready?
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah,
And that's caught inside the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Ready, break! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Stop below 18! Hey, smash! 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Nutty Lions. Rig alert, rig alert. 79 Broncos, Mustang 19.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
On the set.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they tried to tack on two more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better.